Hi, it's Bobby Allison with the Synthesis, and I'm out with Lou, and we're just taking it easy. It's a beautiful day here where we are. I wanted to talk today about how we can stop ourselves from basically overdosing on cortisol all the time because of the way that we consume our information and how it makes impressions upon our mind. Once we know how things work, that's a great thing about science. Once we know how something works and we know how it's affecting us, we can take steps in order to protect ourselves from unhealthy situations. And, you know, how much of the bad news that we see every day is really bad news, right? You know, what's bad news for you, Lou? You smell anything over here that's bad? How much is it really? You know, if you wait 48 hours, you notice that a lot of the stuff that the media reports has lost its teeth in 48 hours. And a lot of times, a lot of things that were reported aren't even true. Or there's a lot of misinformation involved. So give yourself 48 hours and then decide whether or not the news is something that you're going to actually need to do anything about. Most of the time, you're not going to even need to do anything. Are you, Lou? Huh? Are you? Yeah? I know what you want. You want snacks. We're going to talk about how we can manage the data that we bring in, and we're going to use that 48-hour guideline and the 90-day rule. It's a great tool. Used to use it when I was in the fire department to manage stress, because, you know, just because we put out the big fire earlier in the evening, we still got another rest of the shift to run, and we were 24 hours straight. So that means we had to be ready to go for the next one and do just as good a job as we did on this one. So you got to learn how to manage it. You got to learn how to manage stress, and you got to learn how to take care of yourself by deciding what information you really need to know at what particular time and when to act on it. So we're going to talk about that. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and thank you for coming to the channel.